Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to come and share our story. It's always a pleasure to come out and tell you what Subaru is doing. I always have to start by saying it is our associates that make the difference at our facility, and it's their ideas who've made our program work, and it's I who gets to come out and tell everyone the story. So thank you for allowing me to come here and tell you the story. We'll get started. Let's see if I can figure out this technology here. Are we going? Yeah. Which way? Oh, yeah, we did. Ooh, there's our lineup. My shameless marketing plug right here at the very beginning. This is it. This is what we make. We make the Subaru Outback, Legacy, and Tribeca. We also make the Toyota Camry in our facility. A lot of people don't know that. Our Camry that we make, according to J.D. Power, is of better quality than the ones made in the Toyota plant. Follows the same quality of our wonderful Subarus. So there's been 2 platinum awards given by Toyota for quality in North America, and we just received one of them last year. So we're very proud of that, actually. Toyota is a wonderful company, and a wonderful company to have in there with us. So, well, how did I do that the first time? Oh, there we go. Okay, I love this quote. It's by Paul Hawken, and it says, "The future belongs to those who understand that doing more with less is compassionate, prosperous, and enduring, and thus intelligent, even more competitive." And it's very true. Those who aren't thinking about what they're generating there in their plant, how they're accounting for that, how they're inventorying that material, will be left in the dust one of these days. It does give us a competitive advantage, and I'll talk to that a little bit later. How we got started? Dumpster diving. Yes, that's me in a dumpster. It's so glamorous. It's such a glamorous job. But actually, that is how we got started. We went around to everywhere in the plant, and we tipped over the dumpsters, and we says, what are we generating? All roads lead back to a good inventory, so you must know what you're generating before you can ever realize how you're getting rid of it. So we weighed everything, we measured it, we made the managers accountable for that material in their sections, and tied that back to their bonuses, which they don't like me to talk about very much, but I will, because it is part of what makes our program work. So 33% of their bonus, our bonus, I'm a manager, is based on environmental targets, and another 33% on safety targets, and then the other 33% on quality targets. So it does motivate. But that's about the only place we really give any kind of monetary award for that. This is my favorite slide. This is an interactive slide. Reduction. We follow the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. Very simple. Nothing. It's not rocket science, unless you're, a rocket company. But then it is. But the reduction is the most bang for your buck. Thank you. I love that slide. I giggle every time I see it. That buck actually was a photograph there on our property. It's one of the about 30 that we have in our herd out there on our facility. We have 832 acres built on virgin farmland, and we're a 3.8 million square foot facility with 3,500 associates. Sustainable projects, one of our reduction projects. As I said earlier, our associates have the best ideas, and they came up with this idea of optimizing the coils of steel. And it was one of these times when you're standing there, and the associate says, "Well, why don't we do that?" And you're like, "I don't know. Why don't we do that?" It should have been done forever. But our supplier would bring in the coils of steel at whatever size was good for them. And then we would have all that tailing off the ends of those coils to get rid of. And so now we optimize that coil of steel to the size, to the run that we're doing of hoods or hatches or whatever we might be running. And by doing that, we save 102 pounds of steel for every vehicle. Huge savings, just amazing savings that we've enjoyed on that. Some of our reduction numbers: 58% reduction in our 4-MAR chemicals, from 2000, 24% reduction in our CO2 chemicals, a 41% reduction in steel. Back in 2000, we were generating 459 pounds of waste for every car that we built, and that included everything from the cafeteria waste to our hazardous waste to the steel to the cardboard to the pallets, everything, 459 pounds. This year, our target is 229 pounds per unit, and right now we're at about 228.5 pounds. So that's reduction. Those are things that the associates have said, why do we need this extra piece of cardboard on here? Because we don't, what's it do? It doesn't help our quality anyway. It's, you know, why do we have that? And so we get rid of that extra piece of cardboard. Or it's amazing when you start looking at things so closely, how quickly you can find things that are just so redundant and questioning it and thinking, why are we even doing it? Well, because we've always done it that way. That's the first place to look. When you get that, that's the first place. But so about a 50% reduction in waste. If we can't reduce it, then we reuse it. Well, one of the things that we do in our engine plant, our engine components come in these metal crates packed very tightly with styrofoam and plastics and cardboard, and that material was always recycled here in the States. They come from Japan over to us. The metal container was always sent back to Japan for reuse. And one of the associates says, well, why don't we just send back the styrofoam and plastics and then have them reuse that too? So I thought I had a picture. Nope, I don't. I'm sorry. But anyway, oh, there we go. So we send that back now. 2,714 tons of that is sent back every year for reuse. And we put a little sticker on the side of the styrofoams, really high tech. And we put a slash mark every time it goes back to Japan. Really, we're really high tech there. And, and so we thought, well, we'll get 5 trips out of the styrofoam before it breaks down and we have to recycle it and get some new, all petroleum-based products. We've gone through, I've seen some that have gone 15 trips back to Japan. That one project is a $1.3 million a year savings for us on that. So over the last 5 years, we've had a $10 million benefit over the cost of our program. We do environmental accounting every year, and I'm one of the top 5 budgets in the plant. And even with that, even with those costs, we still make money. So when people say it costs too much to be environmentally friendly, it costs too much not to be. Waste is money. And when you really have to look at a waste is just a material that hasn't found its use yet. So you just need to find another use for it, reduce it, whatever. And then if we have to, we recycle it. But in some of those 3,736 tons on just those 3 projects, we've reused. Then the recycling, let's see, 25,000 tons of steel. That's our biggest waste stream, and we have cut down a lot on that. Pop cans, 37.5 tons of pop cans. I can't believe that in bottles. We keep every dentist in Indiana in business with it. It's my, I hope there's no one here from Pepsi, but Mountain Dew is really bad for your teeth. And if you look, if you look in there, there's a lot of Mountain Dew, but the caffeine, I think, is what people like. 1,300 tons of cardboard and paper, all recycled. This is a mixed bundle of cardboard and paper, so we have office paper, magazines, rice cardboard, which is a very small fiber, doesn't recycle very well, so we keep all that separate to get a better price for it. We have a company on site that helps us, Heritage Interactive, that helps us with all this, going line side, picking it up, baling it. Over the last 4 or 5 years, we have mentored over 700 companies. You're reading ahead. Everything from rocket ships to potato chips. I mean, it's been such a wonderful experience to be able to see all these companies come in and take a tour and want to know what we're doing. And in the beginning, it was very, oh, well, how do you separate everything? You know, and that's just easy. You just put containers out. We made it very easy to recycle and reuse, just putting more containers out. But the one question that has been over the last probably 3 years is, how do you get your associates to buy in on that? How do you get your associates to participate? So cattle prods has always helped. Tasers. No, I'm just kidding. It's funny because it's true. No, I'm kidding. But actually, it's been the human touch. It's been listening. Everyone wants to be listened to, and everyone wants to do a good job. There's that very, very small percentage of people that would complain if you hung them with a new rope. You know, they're just going to complain about anything. Those we kind of just say, okay, whatever, you'll do what you want to do. But listening to people, getting their ideas, getting back to them and saying, you know, I loved your idea, but it's not really something that we can do right now, but we will look at it later. Please, you know, we'll keep that on our back burner. Or this is how we've done it. Going out and soliciting those ideas, having campaigns. We have nice campaigns where we'll say, okay, give us all your ideas. I was just speaking to some ladies earlier. We had a treasure hunt. So we put a really nice gift in the treasure chest every week for 4 weeks. And we said, give us all your ideas. And every week we put in a new, and then at the end of the 4 weeks, the person whose key unlocked the treasure chest got all the really nice gifts, which was really nice. And it cost us about $2,500, $3,000, I guess, for the gifts. But we got 1,459 ideas. So wonderful. And then the manager then will take and make a list of all the ideas from his associates and say, okay, do a plan, do, check, act. Here's who's responsible for this. Here's when it's going to be done. And we report out on that every month in our monthly meeting. We have a monthly safety and environmental meeting with all the officers and all the managers in the plan. Actually, there's about 100 people in the room, and we report just on safety and environmental targets. So everyone knows from month to month. Actually, the managers know from week to week what they're generating in their shop. So every month we know what we're generating. So at the end of the year, there's no surprise like, I didn't know I was over target. How do I know that? So we let everybody know. And that way, if he's over target, he better know why he's over target, and if he's under target, he better know why he's under target. It can't be, I don't know, I'm just lucky, you know. But so he has to know that. But implementing the ideas, nurturing the culture, giving it that, what do I want to say? I guess just nurturing it, you know, giving it that, I'm not sure what the word would be, but listening to people, and that human touch, I guess is maybe what I'm trying to say. Oh, this is part of the, we're also a backyard wildlife habitat from the National Wildlife Federation. I always take a straw vote. How many have heard of the National Wildlife Federation? Oh, good. I knew I would. There's a lot of tree huggers in here. Good, thank you. I've been a life member since '74. I was 3 at the time. You're doing the math, aren't you? I think so. But this is back on our test track. We have a 2.8-mile test track, the second largest in Indiana. I'm sure you all know where the first largest test track is at. It's the Indy 500. But you see some of the coyote pups. Here's a couple of pups that were out checking out our new Outback there. And in the winter, from about November till about March, we're home to a couple bald eagles that come. There's an immature bald eagle there that's actually staying there. So Alcoa has a really good eagle cam. I don't know if you've been to that website, but go to Alcoa and out in Iowa, and they have, you can actually, it's a cam that streams live of an eagle's nest. It's wonderful. I watched the eaglets hatch, and you watch them grow up, and you get really nervous when they got to the edge of the nest. But so there's my little plug for Alcoa. Some of the top reasons to go green: it's good for the environment. It generates cost savings, as I've just said. It boosts employee morale. People love it. It's their program. It's not my program. It's their program. They're the ones who've built it. They're the ones who continue to do the good work. It enhances the company brand image, increases community awareness and environmental stewardship. We hopefully, I would like to think that some of our customers, our Subaru customers in general, are tree huggers, and so they like that. They like the idea of doing that. And then it promotes creativity and innovation. We always talk about the triple bottom line of people, planet, and profit, but I would contend there's the fourth bottom line, which would be quality, because when you're starting to laser in on some of these things that we have, you get to see things that'll say, okay, well, wow, you know, this could help our quality. They're so intertwined that you can't possibly tweeze them apart. But I think that might be it. Did I take up too much time? I'll talk trash all day. But there we go. We're back to Sarah. Thank you so much.